And here I am with none other than Wendy Rahamut. Good morning, Wendy.
Good morning, Khary. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world.
Yes, and the world, correct. It's so good to see you again. You know,
It's good to see you too.
We had some fun the other day for one of the things that we did, but we'll show them that package later on.
We did have some fun, yes.
Yes, so you recently launched your seasonal edition of Indigenous Bites.
Yes.
Tell me, how has the production been going?
Well, I started it last year, because as you know, I've been on television with Caribbean Flavors for 17 years.
Right.
And I took a little break and moved everything online. So I decided to go online with Indigenous Bites, meaning smaller episodes and,
Yes.
a little more exciting, involved. So we started that online last year. So this is our third season right now, which is,
Okay.
of course, seasonal and all about the delightful treats of Trinidad and Tobago cuisine.
Yes. And for this series, specifically the Christmas, the seasonal delights as well. You know, I used to watch your show since I was a little boy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everything comes full circle. So
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
engaging all the different generations, which I think
Exactly,
is
and
fabulous.
Back then, I had no idea I would go into the industry, you know, to go on to become a chef and stuff like that. But, you know, I'd have to say you're one of my inspirations.
Wow, well, that's great. I feel honored.
No, the honor is mine. The honor is mine.
Well, thank you.
So, Wendy, with the seasonal edition of Indigenous Bites, give me a list of some of the things that you did and that we can look out for online.
Okay, well, with Indigenous Bites, I try to stay very local, and I try to use local ingredients and keep it very, very Trini and indigenous. So with Indigenous Bites, of course, we're going to go through things like puncha creme, sorrel, black cake, sweetbread, which people always seem to have around at Christmas. We go and we do like a nice sauce for a ham.
Right.
We do like a side dish. So basically, it's about 6 to 7 episodes, and that's
Right.
so it's all really very Trini cuisine.
And one of those episodes is about sorrel, and let's take a look at that one right now.
Right.
Hey everybody, it's Khary of the Now Morning Show, and I'm here at the studio of culinary personality Wendy Rahamut, and she's going to show me how she does sorrel for Christmas. Let's go.
Hi, Khary.
Thanks for having me, Wendy.
You're very welcome.
Well, you know, Wendy, I boil my sorrel. How do you do yours?
Well, I'm a traditionalist, and I grew up with my mom actually steeping her sorrel, so I've been doing it that way for years. But of course, I'm sure there's a reason why. Why do you boil yours?
Well, that's just the way I was taught. When I used to peel sorrel with my grandmother and she would show me how to make sorrel, she would just boil it, so that's all I know.
So when you go to your supermarket or your market and you're getting sorrel, if you hear this nice cracking sound, then your sorrel is nice and fresh. Crisp, the sepals are nice and fresh. So make sure you get those nice cracky sounds and it's nice crisp sorrel. If they're sort of sticking onto the seed and they're sort of curly and dark, then your sorrel is old. It's going to give you a lot of trouble to peel, and it's not going to be as flavorful. So let's peel this up now.
Yeah, let me help you out over here.
Sure. So
This is the way I do it as well, My grandma used to have me peeling sorrel and taking them off.
some people cut it with a knife. The seeds actually got some little prickly things that kind of gets into your fingers as well.
That's right, and some people boil them with the seeds. I was wondering if these little spines would end up in your stomach.
Probably too. So I wouldn't advise that you actually boil it with the seed. I think maybe it's a good idea, or better idea, to take it off the seed. But it's Christmas time, and people from around the world want to enjoy sorrel, which is
That's right.
also known as hibiscus, by the
Right.
way. And it originated in West Africa. A lot of these tropical delicacies, fruits, originate in that part of the world when the Caribbean was colonized, actually. A lot of people go for the dehydrated sorrel.
That's right. I guess it would be a little bit easier for them to use that, but give me the fresh any day.
Yeah. Okay, Khary, so we're steeping our sorrel today, so you want to go ahead and add the spices?
All right, so I'm going to add some cinnamon and some cloves here.
Right. And
What do I do
go
next?
ahead and add some boiling water.
All right. Tell me when, Wendy.
Keep going. You just want to submerge it, but you don't want to drown it. So I think that's good. So Khary, my method is steeping. Tell us how you boil your sorrel.
So I start off pretty much the same way. I peel the sorrel and then I add the spices to the pot. But then I top it up with water, similarly to this, and then I put it on the stove and I boil it for about 2 hours.
So when I'm steeping my sorrel, this is the point that I would cover it up and leave it on my counter for about 3 days.
3 whole days.
Yeah, and then it's ready to go. Okay, Khary, so moment of truth. My sorrel was steeped for 3 days. I think it was even 4 days. You see, I've just strained it out. See the gorgeous
And look
color?
at the color, right?
Beautiful. And really and truly, this comes because the sorrel was really very fresh. And you know, there's black sorrel and white sorrel too,
Yes.
right? I prefer the red sorrel because I like the balance of the sourness. What about you?
Yeah, I prefer the red sorrel as well. You know, give me the traditional. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think the black has a lot of flavor. It just got a lot of color. But this is our red sorrel. And of course, I sweeten with simple syrup. How
Really?
about you?
I sweeten with sugar.
Okay. Well, let's try the simple syrup and tell me what you think.
All right, let's go.
So simple syrup is basically sugar and water that you boil
In equal parts.
and you leave it, and then you just sweeten. So this way you don't have to add sugar, water to dilute the sorrel any further
Right.
if you think it's a little strong. So there we go. And then we want to put a little bit of aromatic bitters in there because that really marries well with the spiciness of the sorrel right now. So I think that's good.
You know what, Wendy? I think I like your method because there seems to be less trouble involved. You don't have to stir here for a long time to dissolve the sugar. And of course, you can't go wrong with some bitters. All right.
Let me check and see if you like it.
And just the aroma coming off this already, I'm excited.
Great. Merry Christmas. Let's see how it tastes.
All right. That is good, Wendy.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That was so much fun, Wendy.
It
I
was,
had a lot of fun back then.
And the sorrel was good.
Yes, it was very good. As I said, I'm going to be using your method from now on.
Good, it's easier.
So before we close off, what can we expect for the next few episodes of Indigenous Bites?
Well, I think we're going to go on to making like a nice sauce to go with a ham. We're going to go into fruit cake, sweet bread, and some savories as well. So it's
right.
all about Trini cuisine.
All about Trini cuisine, because since time immemorial, you've been really elevating our local cuisine, our local ingredients.
That's my passion, Khary, and I intend to forge forward into 2019 with some more exciting stuff.
Definitely, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Wendy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas
All
again.
right.